Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the conclusion of Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. I actually was just told by Stormforce Gamer, he says, before you head into the finale, if you play 3 songs on the jukebox on the inside right now, you'll get a trophy. You might as well just do it. Am I going to platinum this game tonight? No. Will I eventually platinum this game? Well, I'm actually really close. Apparently, I only need to do a few kind of small Easter egg-ish things to really get the platinum after I beat the game. So, I mean, it's very viable that I might just do a random night one night and do it. So, where is the jukebox in here? I didn't even see this jukebox. House playlist, Zircon's favorite, segment, fall, lore. Listen to this. I barely hear it. It's probably a background music from the game, right? I can barely hear it. Very low, right? Grooviton Trance. Jiggle the Lock. I don't know, I pressed it 3 times and didn't get a trophy. Dakota BB did a $2 super chat, says, highly recommend playing through the 2D Metroids. Well, I personally have played the original, and there was a remake at one point, and I don't remember if the remake was actually a remake of the first game or if it was its own standalone game. I played it on one of the I think it was Game Boy Advance, and I really liked it. So the original Metroids, I played 2 of them. I didn't play the one that was Metroid 2 Return of Samus. I never played that one, and I actually never fully played Super Metroid. I played a little bit of Super Metroid, but not fully through it. Now, should I play the original Metroids? Maybe someday. I don't think I'm going to get a chance to do it before the new one, though. Metroid Dread. I'm actually really interested in Metroid Dread, and definitely I'm going to be playing it, but I don't think I'm going to have a chance. Oh, there we go. Hey, Lumbax DJ. Play 3 songs? That's weird, because this is like the 5th. Well, it popped. Okay, thank you, Stormforce Gamer, for that little tidbit. Since we are heading into the finale, I feel like I should put on the armor that I like the best. Which I think, honestly, the Galactic Ranger, right? I think the Galactic Ranger was the best looking armor in the game. Because the other helmets kind of obstruct your face. And I don't really like that. I like that you're able to see the main character's face. Yeah, like literally the Galactic Ranger is the only armor set in the entire game that doesn't obstruct your face. So I actually like that for the finale. Okay. Alright, guys. Just saying has done a $2 super chat. Says, have you thought about playing Far Cry New Dawn? Nah, I was not interested in that one at all. Far Cry 6 kind of was alright. It wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. But, like, when New Dawn came out only a year later, I was like, it looks like the same game. I mean, it was. It had a few variations, but it was pretty much the same exact game, just like an extended DLC for it that they charge as an individual game. And I was like, nah, I don't really care. I'm probably never going to play it. Black Knight did a $1.99 super chat. Says, we asked you to put Black Lives Matter on your stream. No. No, because my streams are not political, and I am not going to have any kind of crazy agendas and things going on my streams that are going to make people be, you know, divided or upset with each other. So, Black Knight, no. Okay. I think it is tough. Huh?
After some consideration, I believe this is our most dangerous adventure yet.
Yeah, I wish we didn't keep saying that.
It's funny. I had no idea they were sitting there. That is a large drink. Damn. You know what it is? All the people now who you freed from the prison are now hanging out here. I didn't even realize that until right now, that all the people from the prison are here. Yeah, look, it is all the citizens from the prison who were arrested. That's cool. Alright. So this is it, ladies and gentlemen. We're heading into the finale. I hope you guys are ready.
Trouble here.
Are we ready? Alright, here we go.
So how do we find the Emperor?
The final showdown is at hand. This is your last chance to acquire armor and collectibles before the end of the story. I've done them all. I have all the armor and collectibles, so. Alright. Let's do this.
Okay, we have to draw him out. So I was thinking I'd disguise myself as a robot, but with a really big...
Uh-oh.
Do you know what that sound is? Listen closely. Is it fear? Hope? The slow inevitability of death? No, it's me. Winning. What else is new, you say? Oh, quite right. But you are only a part of one dimension. What about the rest? Maybe I'm just old-fashioned, but I think everyone deserves a little subjugation. So, to celebrate such a momentous occasion, I'd like to honor the good doctor who inspired this journey in the first place.
The tiniest drinks ever. What the hell?
By invading his home dimension personally.
No!
My first stop, Megalopolis. Or, as I like to think of it, New Nefarious City.
Haha.
When do we leave?
Well, they've accrued a lot of allies over the course of the game, which is pretty cool. It kind of feels like a cool epic movie ending, where everyone teams up to win.
Right now.
Cool. A ragtag group of misfits coming together for a common purpose. Yes. Very nice.
Are we home? I am afraid so.
He took everything over pretty fucking fast. Good lord.
The Emperor is truly turning our dimension into his own.
Nefarious is just up ahead. If you guys distract him, I can try and grab the Dimensionator from above.
We'll meet you there.
Alright.
Mrs. Zircon is eager to see your selection.
Not many upgrades left, huh? Not really. I'm trying to think, is there anything that I want to toss stuff into at this point? Maybe a headhunter, get this upgrade. No, non-weak point hits will create weak points. Okay, I'll just max it out as much as I can. There we go. Alright, you guys ready? No one's talking right now, I don't know why, but let's finish this. How do I finish it? Let's do this, boys! Right into the fray!
You hear that, pal? Let's take out some snipers. Ribbit, how's it
Yeah!
Not great.
Oh!
We've got you covered. Hurry and get that Dimensionator.
Nefarious cannot be far. We must keep moving.
Damn, kick his ass. Snipers remaining. Oh.
There is one more sniper.
Not for long.
All right. Looks like the sky's clear of snipers. Let's move.
Have a rhino, bitch. Nice.
So we can take our final stand before our glory.
Oh, Juggernaut? Oh, that's fine. Come on, land. Yeah, another one. Okay, I like that shit. We're all shooting it at once. Out of ammo. Oh, let's see. Damn. Alright, we piled it on.
They're here.
You are the heroes of this dimension? That is hilarious.
You got lucky last time, Nefarious. Is.
This calls for a special sort of annihilation. I've been looking for an excuse to wear my new suit.
Where did he...
Go. What's your move, Nefarious?
Uh-huh. On real shooting, I guess, yeah.
Is that a rift?
Whoa!
We need your help.
Yeah, that's his new suit, huh? That's large.
You are no longer in exile.
How do I hit this thing?
What's gotten into you lately? I was so used to you being dull.
Come on. We have to fight this thing.
It probably ain't gonna work. I need new weapons. Let's see. The lightning. What is this? The black hole storm? I don't know what to use. Oh, rockets. There we go.
Fire at those monitors.
Oh my god, the topiary sprayer works on this thing? That's ridiculous.
Rivet, you will never guess.
Quantum? What are you...
We've got a plan. Just hold them off a little longer.
Right. Sure.
There we go.
What do you think of my new look? I call it my power suit. I rarely have an occasion to break it out.
I guess your funeral's as good a time as any. Come on. Just have to weaken his stupid power suit.
You really think you stand a chance?
Come, there is a battle to be won.
You've got this, Quantum.
Emperor Nefarious.
God, both of them on the same
Campaign
shit.
Of destruction, cruelty,
Quark and Quantum.
wanton snobbery is over. How's that?
I have goosebumps.
You nailed it. Now jump.
That's great, two of them together. Oh my goodness. Wings ate my chili did a super chat. Gee, thanks, Wings ate my chili. I appreciate that. Nah, right into his face. All right, hold on. Let's get him on the leaderboard. Wings ate my chili. What a name, right? Well, did he really? It's fucked up if he did. Unless he asked and you told him he could, right? Okay. Alright.
This dimension really thinks it will get the best of me. How about I retire their heroes?
Whoa.
It's still working. This is not good. Everyone shoot those monitors.
Oh, crap.
This is how you get your dimension to respect you. Unconventional paths. But effective. Lacking polish, imagination, elegance. This is my dimension to rule. You think you're clever, don't you?
Lost his eyes. His eyes got a crack. was gonna. Oh my god. Fire. There we go.
Keep firing, Ratchet. You heard him, everyone.
Oh my god.
This is becoming considerably less amusing.
Keep firing at the monitors.
Are you all okay?
Yep, just fighting a nefarious the size of his ego.
We're getting close. Hang in there.
Why won't you just bow?
Pretty cool, but I'm running out of ammo, so let me swap my weapons yet again. Let's see here. That ain't gonna work. I'm trying to think what would work from far away, right? We're all far away. I guess the stupid Doom Blades, I hate them, but I guess that'll work. I still have some Black Hole Storm ammo. I doubt Cold Snap will work, but I guess we can try it. And, oh, the Drill Pack. There we go. No, the Drill Pack doesn't work at all. It misses completely. Oh, shit! Whoops. That sucked. I gotta do the whole fucking thing over. Great.
Really thinks it will get the best of me. Retire their heroes.
It's still working. This is not good. Everyone, shoot those monitors.
This sucks. I have to redo the whole thing.
This is how you get your dimension to respect you. Unconventional, perhaps.
Lacking modesty, imagination, elegance. This is my dimension to rule!
Now the drills don't work. They missed the weak point.
This is becoming considerably less amusing.
Keep firing at the monitors.
Are you all okay?
Yep, just fighting a nefarious the size of his ego.
We're getting close. Hang in there.
Keep shooting.
You hit the other guy who was in front of me.
Look upon my magnificent work and despair.
These things don't work. Those drills don't work on it at all.
No! Oh, no, 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 no!
You're looking hurt, nefarious.
Ugh, alright. Well, back to rockets. Sniping. Lightning. Oops. Sniping. And the Negaton Collider.
At last, no.
Which is good.
This holds not even a candle against the battles I have won. Countless victories. Your dimension will be another in my trophy case.
That was a waste.
You think you're clever, don't you? I will win.
1%.
What have you done?
Shoot him from here. Fuck you. Oh, great. We're getting pulled in.
My eyes! Why, I can't see! your beloved Emperor, and I never lose.
Nice. Through the dimensions. We're inside.
There.
Oh, this is
the
cool.
heart. If we destroy it, we can take down his mech entirely.
I think someone is inside of your power suit.
What happened? There's a hole? I was supposed to know there was a fucking hole in the room?
Defend the heart. I send every
Heart news.
ungrateful citizen of this dimension into the darkest, most remote pits of reality to suffer in ways their tiny minds could never begin to comprehend.
It's working!
Why will they not just stop it?
This is why my dimension is hard to take over. It's
Ah.
because of me.
Nice. Damn.
No! My suit! It's failing!
Keep firing, Ratchet.
Okay. Giant gears helping me. This thing does like nothing.
Got him.
Nice. Pretty crazy graphics. I like the ending here with the graphics.
Gary, I could use an exit.
Aha.
Ratchet! Clank!
We got thrown to the other
Very
side
nice.
of the city. Hold them off as long as you can.
Pretty epic.
You think you can defeat me? I will bring in all of my armies, all of my followers. You will bow before me.
He's gonna destroy the dimensions. Kit!
Oh, look. That's cool.
You were right. I cannot run away anymore.
I can't let you do this alone.
I will hold back his army. Take him down.
Nice. All right, little break in the action here. That's pretty. This is pretty good. Like I said, cinematic. Everyone has been telling me the ending is very cinematic. It is. It's like watching a movie. It's cool though. Like that was some pretty cool action, destroying the giant robot Nefarious. I like that. I got another super chat from this. Wings Ate My Chili. Hold on, I'm gonna read that one out quickly. Yeah, Simple Bubble. This is the ending sequence. It takes about an hour apparently, and I'm about like 15 minutes into it. So you know it's gonna take a while, but yeah, this is the ending sequence of the game. Let's see here. Yeah, Wings told me I was worthless in his Rainbow Six stream. That's very sad. I'm very sorry to hear that. However, I get the feeling you probably were there razzing him and probably being a jerk. So, likely we're asking for it. I kind of know how these things go.
I will hold it back as long as I can.
Ow.
They all love me. You all love
Wait,
me.
what's going on? What gun do I have
am
right now?
the destined emperor of this dimension, of every dimension. This isn't near over. Never defeat
Well, he's a hell of a tank.
and this time will be no different.
Enough, Nefarious! You're tearing
Rocket to the face. You're taking chunks off of him. Whoa, I'm doing giant damage with melee attacks. Did you see that? Look at that. I'm taking a chunk off.
Behold the awesome power of your one true leader!
You're done for, Nefarious.
Where'd he go? He
Now
ran.
Everyone can finally see you for what you really are.
A tricky final boss? That's what they all say, huh?
Kid, I could use a hand.
Oh, there's Kit. Oh, you fucker. Oh, let's see. We're already out of lightning and rockets. Maybe the drills will actually hit him. And since we're out of lightning, let's try the topiary to freeze him.
And you are not my emperor.
Yep, it works. Ow.
Kid, heavy incoming.
Wow.
Nearly the end of me!
That freaking destroyed him.
Eliminate them!
Wow.
Now!
More troopers flanking. Fight them out together. Let's show them how it's done. I will not let you win.
Wow, the topiary is so good. It throws them all.
Oh, nice one.
Where are my troopers? Come!
I'm out of ammo again. Jeez. Man. What do I use? I need things like that hit him from afar, but I don't have anything left here. This? I guess we'll have to use the blades. We're running out of stuff.
My loyalists, every one of you, come together to fight for your beloved emperor!
Look what he got. Fish. He warped in some fish.
Nope.
Alright.
This is the part where you lose.
Oh, they took his Dimensionator. Nice. Darn.
You really thought you had me?
Oh! It's a portal to the Kraken.
Get off of me, you loathsome... Please, we can win this together!
Yeah, right.
What do you know about winning?
Ooh!
You two really
Ow!
are hot shots.
Look who's talking.
Holy crap, man. Flatten
Ready to
himself.
fix this, pal? I would love nothing more.
Characters from other dimensions all high-fiving. Thank you, Odd Video, for a $20 tip. And he says, by the time Phil reads this, the game will be over. I did get to see it before the game ended. Thank you, Odd Video, for the tip.
Hey, I'm sorry for what I said before. You're my friend, and thank you for coming back. Team.
I guess it's time to go home, huh?
Yeah. Our dimension could use a couple heroes right about now.
Well, how would you two feel about making a pit stop on the way?
Where are we headed?
I think you know.
Is that us?
Is that us? So now they have the ability to go between the dimensions. So now if they make the sequel, which of course you know they're going to make a sequel, it could be about them maybe searching out other Lombaxes in other dimensions, right? Because they don't know what happened to all the Lombaxes. You know, you got lore on that planet about how the Lombaxes had found all this interdimensional stuff, but then they had to run, and they all evacuated to some pocket dimension, and no one knows where they're lost. So it's kind of interesting. Maybe they'll be going on a search for the missing Lombaxes in the next game. Although, admittedly, when you think about the plot, the whole thing was messed up because it was all based on Clank making a gift for Ratchet and literally almost destroying everything in the known universe and other dimensional universes, right? So what are we looking at here? What is this? Two robot parents? What was that? Two robot parents with a robot baby? I'm trying to see, because in a lot of movies these days, in the credit scenes, it actually reveals more plot. I'm curious if that's going to happen here. So I think this is, what's it, Gary's dad? He said he was a plumber? Well, who the hell is the plumber? I never understood that. People said that's a running joke of Ratchet and Clank, I guess. Is that supposed to be the plumber? See, they're looking at alternate dimensions, I feel. Like, they're looking all through the different dimensional... Yeah, see? That's the Zircon family now. What is that? Is that supposed to be a piece of Nefarious or something? I don't know. Man, remember the days where you could just relax during the credits? Now you gotta pay attention. You're like, what's that? Is that a hint of something? Is that telling us some plot? I don't know. That's cool. So they hung out together. They made friends. Look, they're with the Morts. Having a picnic with the Morts. Why not? The Morts are cool. Simple Bubble, I will give you my overall thoughts once we get through these credits. There's Glitch. Pretty cool mini games, the Glitch stuff. Nothing too challenging, but it's good variety to split up the gameplay of the game, I feel. I like that that was in there. What is this? The Zerka. Oh! They're sneaking up on Nefarious' assistant. Huh. Ah, there's the helmet of the robot captain. That's what Quantum was hiding out in. So wait, did the pirates become friends with the Kraken thing? I think they might have. I'm definitely fooled because people told me the ending was an hour. That was like 15 minutes. That was baloney, and they told me it was like an hour. What it looks like is they're going through all the different dimensions, right? Maybe they're trying to rebuild things that were broken. That's the Fixer guy. That's the big Fixer robot. Remember him? Yeah, it looks like they're all going together. They're going through the different dimensions trying to fix all this stuff that got destroyed. Oh, God. Quark and Quantum. Now they're going to be best bros for life, right? DC said, I hope the game was entertaining for you. I mean, it was. Absolutely. Absolutely. I told you, I'm going to give you my final thoughts once the credits are over. I want to make sure I don't miss any plot. But I'm definitely going to give you my final thoughts. The hell is that? It's Nefarious and the Emperor. It's the two Nefariouses together? So it's funny because in Rivet's dimension, essentially the heroes kind of suck. and they could never stop the Emperor. In Ratchet's dimension, the heroes weren't particularly strong either, yet they always beat Nefarious, but it's funny, then the Emperor couldn't beat them either. That's what the regular Nefarious is like, oh, now you see what I gotta put up with in my dimension, how you can never win here. What happened to Clank's right arm? I don't remember. It wasn't at the beginning of the game, when they got sucked through the dimensions, his arm got popped off or whatever, and so they never got it back. I think that's what happened. The mining planet. Thank you for joining us on this interdimensional adventure. Now, are they going to destroy that gun so it can't be used for bad? Or will they use it in the next game? Very irresponsibly. Right? Because wouldn't you think that after you saw everything that went wrong in this first game with this interdimensional gun, that they would be like, this power is too great. We must destroy it for the greater good. No! We must keep this power for ourselves and use it for personal gain later. Oh no.
Alone at last, stuck at the top. If I ever lost, I think I'd just drop my never end.
Okay. Congratulations! Congratulations! You have completed the main story. You've unlocked challenge mode. Keep all your weapons and play through a harder version of the game to get new weapon upgrades, earn more bolts with bull multiplier, create the new challenge mode playthrough at any time from the title menu. Would you like to go back in time before the final fight to finish any remaining activities or exit to the title menu? Well, the thing is, you can get you get the platinum by going into challenge mode. I think you unlock 2 other weapons. There's 2 other weapons left in the game that you can only get for challenge mode. And the things I didn't do, because I looked at the trophies list for the game to platinum it, if you keep going back to the second planet, which is the planet that has the swamp, those dinosaurs that you fight, you have to kill 5 of them. So you have to like kill one, leave the planet, come back, leave the planet, come back, and they keep respawning. Once you kill 5, that's a trophy. It's just a few tedious things. Get all the hidden bears. What are they called? The chugger bears or whatever. Certainly, I did all of the meaningful content of the game, finding all of those hidden robots that give you the information about the dimensions, finding all the logs of the Lombax, the research Lombax on the research planet, and finding out that the Lombaxes were a race that were highly intelligent and highly into technology, but something happened and they had to hide out. That's what he said. He said there was some kind of a cataclysm, some kind of a universal disaster, and they had to go hide in a pocket dimension. And a few of them were left scattered across the galaxy, which explains why there's Rivet and Ratchet and other Lombaxes apparently spread throughout the universe, separated. But somewhere out there, apparently there's a pocket dimension where all the Lombaxes are living, and that's what I actually feel will end up being the plot of the next game. That they're going to try to search out these Lombaxes, or maybe the Lombaxes will search them out, because they have a Dimensionator, right? So anyway, yeah, basically, to get the platinum, I did all the meaningful stuff. There's a few odds and ends here. Maybe one day if I have like a half an hour or an hour, you know, a little bit of time to kill. I really don't want to do it tonight. It's just a bunch of tedious stuff to get the platinum for it. But, alright, so now I've completed Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. I would like to talk, I'll do like a little mini review like I usually always do at the end of my playthroughs to let you guys know what I thought, alright? First of all, the graphics are outstanding. I don't think there's a single person who played this game or watched someone play it who can argue that the graphics are not good, alright? It's weird because there's a few quirks of the graphical engine, like for example, there were sometimes with pop-in and graphical glitches and things that we experienced. But in general, the graphics of this game are absolutely great for a console game. With ray tracing, holy shit, the ray tracing is outstanding, right? The ray tracing is gorgeous with the reflections and everything. I've never played a console game that had anything like that in it. So that absolutely blew me away. I'm sure on PC, this is commonplace. But for the plebeian like me who plays exclusively on consoles, it was pretty impressive to see the ray tracing in action and all of that. The graphics, the lighting. Like I said, this game easily could have been a PlayStation 3 or PlayStation 4 game if it weren't for the graphical capabilities of the game and what it pulled off, you know. Pulling yourselves through the dimensional gates and being able to see both sides with no loading and stuff. I feel like it only could have been done on the PlayStation 5. So, that's really cool. The haptic feedback, okay. At first, the haptic feedback was nice. When I started walking around, every footprint had a motion of a little rumble on the pad. every weapon felt very different on the pad. Like, you can see different kind of, it'll shake with each shot, okay? Admittedly, when the game started, each weapon had basically 2 abilities with the fire trigger. Instead of doing, in certain games, it's usually if you use a bumper and a trigger, or one trigger and another trigger in order to do alternate fire. In this game, it was all on one trigger. Because of the haptic feedback and the force that you put into the trigger, you can either do the level 1 shot or the level 2 shot. I liked that. The only problem with that is it wasn't fully implemented for all the weapons. It was implemented for maybe about half, if that. And some weapons, like, there was just nothing special about them. It's just a rocket launcher, fire rockets, right? It doesn't really utilize the haptic feedback or the specialty, the special stuff of the DualShock controller. So if it almost feels to me like what they wanted to do is they wanted to highlight this being exclusively on PS5, but they didn't do 100% job on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are only some weapons have the 2 level of fire and others just, oh, just fire the weapon. It's okay. Just fire it. Yeah. Oh, so there's no haptic feedback. There's no halfway trigger on this one. No, just go ahead. Just fire things randomly. Oh, okay. And kind of like, that's kind of how I feel about this game. Like, there are things in this game that showcase the power of the PS5, but on the other hand, the vast majority of this game could have been played on any console. You know what I'm saying? Like, every time that you go through a dimensional gate and you see through both sides, okay, that's SSD in action. That's PS5. The graphics and the lighting and everything. The amount of enemies, at some points, there's a ton of these enemies on the screen, and there's tons of lighting effects and explosions. That whole final segment, fighting the giant robot, going inside the giant robot, shooting the heart while other enemies are coming, there's lightning shooting out of it and everything. That's outstanding, the way it looks, but the way it plays is another thing. Quite frankly, this game feels like a PS3 era shooter. It does. Like, it feels like a PS3 platformer game. It doesn't really have anything innovative in the gameplay at all. At first, the game had a slow start. When you start getting items like the rocket boots and things like that, it picks up and gets better. But in reality, here's what's funny about that. Almost none of the special things really get implemented that much. The rocket boots, you literally use one world to rocket around a mountain. And after that, you never need them again. Like, they're never needed for anything. You ride the Beetle. Okay, that's cool. You do it on one planet, and then there's like a couple challenges where you do it, and that's it. It's never really implemented. You see what I mean? Like, the gimmicks and things that may have made the game way more unique. Like, imagine if you needed to use those rocket boots all the time, and the whole game was fast-paced action, moving around these areas, fighting 100 enemies, and using the rocket boot. That's just not what it is. It's basically a very generic third-person shooter in most of the gameplay. The real differentiating factor between Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart and the previous games in the series is the graphics. That's about it. The haptic feedback, the adaptive trigger, it works at first. You're like, ooh, this is so cool. And then you're like, well, it ain't that big of a deal anymore. You know, once you've felt the haptic feedback the 10th time, it doesn't really, I don't even notice it anymore. It doesn't really affect me or the playthrough. You know what I'm saying? To me, it kind of feels like, when I was doing PSVR. Virtual reality was a really cool gimmick for like a month. And then once I played my 7th VR game, it was kind of like, okay, I see what it is. And that's kind of what this is like. Oh, the haptic feedback blows you away the first time you play the game, and then when the 3rd time you're playing it, you don't even notice it anymore. You know, the graphics, admittedly, for most of the game impressed me. I mean, sometimes you're getting used to the graphics now, and now it's not big of a deal anymore. But I didn't like, and every time there was a crazy action sequence, I liked how the graphics were holding up. You noticed there were no frame drops or anything. That was well done. That was absolutely well done. There's a few bugs in the game. Remember a couple of times we were in the stages where you hit the dimensional crystals and the game wouldn't load and it crashed and stuff? That was kind of annoying. I'm sure that's something that they'll probably patch out. Keep in mind, this is the very first game really utilizing that kind of fast-loading technology on the SSD and just going between the dimensions. So I'm not surprised there were a few bugs to work out. But, honestly, the biggest disappointment for me in this game is that this game basically did not live up to its expectation of what they kind of advertised it as. Like, when you saw the first advertised a year ago, remember that the Sony event, I forget what it was called, but when they first presented this game, they made it feel like it was going to be a game where you're constantly jumping between dimensions, and the dimensions are different, and it adds this uniqueness to it. Like, when they showed that first stage, they made you feel like, oh, so you're going to be in a world that's a city, but then you're going to warp to the jungle and fight jungle monsters, but then get sucked back to another pirate planet, but then go back to the city, and that's all in one world. No. There are definitely different dimensions, but they're all just their own separated worlds. which is kind of disappointing because that's how every game does it. Every game, oh, this world is this theme, this world is this theme, this world is this theme. They never really crossed over. And I actually found that quite disappointing because the whole premise of the game is, oh my god, the Dimensionator has malfunctioned, now all the dimensions are crossing over. Okay, but that doesn't really happen. You just go to one dimension, then another dimension, then another dimension. And it never really has that chaotic feeling of everything is meshing together and the dimensions are truly breaking. And it actually, in my opinion, didn't live up to the expectation. I thought that's what they were going to do, and I was, wow, that would have been a unique experience. Imagine a game where you said I started the level fighting off robots, then they sucked me into a pirate dimension, then I had to fight a giant dinosaur, then I don't know, I got sucked down to the underworld and fought undead skeletons, and then I fought Nefarious, all in one stage. You'd be like, god damn, that was amazing. I've never done anything like that in a game before. It never happened. Instead it was, shoot generic enemies a million times. And really, that's kind of the problem, is on the surface level, the game looks amazing. Wow, great graphics. Wow, the loading. Look, you go between the dimensions. But the core gameplay of the game is shoot generic enemies for 15 hours. The game doesn't have enough enemies. The game throws the same kind of enemies at you way too many times. How many times do we fight the same mini-boss? Right? That same big robot mini-boss that either shoots the little missiles at you or has a beam that goes across the screen. I probably killed like 12, 15 of those. Why couldn't they have unique enemies? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like minimum effort to even populate the game with unique enemies. The stages that had uniqueness to them and stood out were cool, but then there was more repetition, more repetition, more repetition. So it kind of fell back into the old formula of older platformer games, and that's not good. Like, this was the opportunity for them to make a game that truly stood out. Do a first time ever kind of a deal. Blow us away with dimensions crossing over. Blow us away with unique enemies. Blow us away. No, here's the same enemy for the 700th time that you're going to fight. You know, it's like, they did it again. They did the same game again. It really feels like that. Like, I've played Ratchet Clank 1 and 2. I've played, what was it, All for One. The game kind of feels like those games, except it has better graphics and some haptics. But outside of that, and the other thing, Ratchet and Rivet, they're the same character. Right? It seemed like they were going to be unique characters and everything. No, same loadout, same upgrades, same exact character. Again, it's kind of a cop-out. It would have been cool if they had unique builds. Like, you could put certain things on Rivet, certain things on Ratchet, and they could play a little bit differently. Same exact character, right? So I didn't like that either about it. So the thing is, like, I definitely enjoyed playing it, but there were definitely times during the 18 or so hours that I played it that I was bored because it felt like I was doing the same thing over and over, because I was. Just shoot the same generic enemies a million times again and again. Like, dude, it's 2021. You're trying to make a console exclusive to sell PS5s to show what the power of the console can do. The console, if the console's just graphics, okay, I guess that's the point they're making, because obviously there was no innovation in the game design. You know what I'm saying? Like, where was the innovation? I could have, just in a minute, I just outlined to you how the game could have been way more innovative. How did the game developers not figure that out, that this is the same game that you've already played? That kind of blows me away. Now, some people would argue, well, this is Insomniac, and if you're not aware, Insomniac is making a ton of games right now. You know, they made the original, the Spider-Man, then Spider-Man Miles Morales, which was really good, admittedly. If you like the original Spider-Man game, Miles Morales is outstanding. And then this. So they're pumping out game after game after game. Okay, fair enough, but I'm expecting more. You know what I'm saying? Like, I am. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm just really demanding these days, but I'm expecting more. I want a game that's going to, if I'm spending $70, because you're telling me this is a console exclusive, that I must have a PS5 to play it, I want you to blow me away. I want you to really give me a unique gameplay experience I've never had before, outside of the graphics. And a couple times when I said, oh wow, look, you can walk through a portal and it loads right away. Outside of that, I've done puzzles like this before. I've done combat like this before. I've seen stories like this before. It's all been done. I don't want, you know, Ratchet and Clank 27, the same game the 27th time. Give me something new and innovative. This was the time for them to do that. Your first outing on a new console, show us what you got. Show us your true creativeness. And I don't feel they did that at all. They just kind of put some bells and whistles on the top of the existing game that they already been making forever. And it doesn't feel like anything new, quite frankly. It just doesn't, okay? So, by the way, I'm not hating on Insomniac as a studio. They do a great job. Like I said, this game is decent. Miles Morales was really good. And the Spider-Man game was really good. So within, what, 3 years, they pumped out quite a bunch of good games. But again, this game, to me, this is not like Game of the Year material in any way, shape, or form. This isn't like, you know, people are saying, oh, this is Game of the Year. This is my candidate for Game of the Year. Dude, what other games have you played? Maybe you just haven't played much this year. But it's Ratchet and Clank, dude. Like, it's nothing special. Really. It doesn't feel very special to me. I really enjoyed the graphics. They took me for a great ride in that regard. But outside of that, you know, and it's funny because that's exactly what people say when they're fawning all over this game on Twitter. They're like, look at this screenshot. Look at the detail of the fur on the face of Ratchet and Rivet and this and that. Look at the ray tracing, beautiful reflection in Nefarious', you know, translucent dome and stuff. And I'm like, all right, it's great, it's true, but what did you do in the game that blew you away? What gameplay elements did you like? And no one talks about that. Absolutely no. Everyone just acts like there's no game there. It's just a pretty picture. There's no game there. It's just funny, man. So anyway, I'm not hating on the game. I like the game. Overall, I enjoyed it. I'm glad I played it. You know, it was 18 hours, and I'm pretty much at the platinum. If I spent another half an hour to an hour, I get the platinum. Is it worth $70? You know, that's going to be subjective to the gamer, because some people would say, yeah, I'd love to see a game that just blows me away graphically and has cool haptic feedback and shows off the power of the PS5. Does this game do that? Yeah, it does. But do you want to pay $70 for a tech demo? You know what I'm saying? Because that's what it kind of feels like, $70 for a tech demo that slapped over Ratchet and Clank. It's a hard sell for me to say that it's worth $70. Really. Like, you want to know what games are truly going to be worth $70? Games that are groundbreaking. They either do something so original or they have a really great story, riveting content every moment you're playing them, and they're charging the same $70 that I just paid for this game that's 18 hours of repetitive stuff. You see what I'm saying? We're going to get to that point. It's probably going to take a while. Probably going to take a year or two. But eventually we're going to get to the point where there's going to be $70 PS5 releases that are going to blow us away and say, why did I pay $70 for Ratchet and Clank? Why did I pay $70 for Returnal when I got this level of quality for the same price, right? The thing is, we're not there yet. We're just not there yet. It's not even a year into the console's life. I'm not surprised that we don't have games that are blowing our socks off at this point. I would say give it another year or two, and we're going to start seeing either new installments of amazing franchises like God of War, Horizon Forbidden West. Those are probably going to be the games that are going to start to wow us, right? Being that this game came out so soon after the launch of the console, but they touted, oh, this will be the first big one, the first big exclusive that's going to blow you away. I was skeptical. When I saw the preview of it last year, I thought, wow, if they implement everything that they're kind of promising, I think it will be amazing, but I don't think they ever did. I just don't think that they blow me away. So, overall, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, a solid game, great graphics, interesting haptic feedback, a few hiccups here and there with bugs and loading issues and things like that, but it wasn't a major concern. It didn't really ruin my experience. But it just kind of didn't do enough for me. Like, it just felt like I was playing the same franchise for the millionth time, and it didn't really, like, innovate, and it didn't do enough original stuff for me to feel like the games were $70. I'm just being honest, okay? Not a bad game, though. If you like Ratchet and Clank, you've liked it all along, you may really like this game, although I've actually heard that people who are huge fans of Ratchet and Clank are actually disappointed because they actually feel that the other previous Ratchet and Clank games are better than this one. I mean, I didn't play all of them. You know, I played the first two, I played All for One, and I played, there was one more that I started, and I think I never finished it. But, you know, I enjoyed it for what it was, and I thought that it was good. I just, like I said, I don't think it lived up to expectations that they built. And, you know, that's it. So, for me, if you like the franchise, you'll probably like the game, but I don't think it's worth $70. All right? And by the way, like I said, will I ever go back to basically try to get all the items and collectibles and things? Yeah, probably I will eventually. Maybe one night I'll just be super bored.
Enough! I will collapse every dimension into nothingness!
Overclocking the
Well,
Dimensionator.
this didn't work.
I can get you up.
This did not work. It said take you back to Xerxes before the final segment, and instead it resumed me here.
Say goodbye!
This is a problem.
I refuse to be a footnote in history.
This is an actual problem. Like, I can't go back to Xerxes? Oh, you had to do it from the menu. Okay. You had to do it from the menu. Okay. Alright. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. I want to say thank you to those who joined me for the playthrough. Thanks to those who watched live on stream on YouTube on DSPGaming. Thank you to those who watched on demand on DSPGaming. And, of course, as always, thank you to those who supported the playthrough. However you might have done that, alright? I really do appreciate that. You know what I'm really pleased at? This is the first PlayStation 5 exclusive that I've been able to play at full 1080p 60 frames per second and show you guys exactly what the game really looked like. So if you were watching me play this, you got to see exactly what the game is instead of that nerfed shit that I used to have to do over on Twitch. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed the full graphical fidelity that I was able to bring to you. Because this is definitely a game, look at that. This is definitely a game that showcases that, right? Awesome. Alright guys, thank you very much. Thank you for watching the playthrough. All rock.